Alrighty guys, the new mini set just got announced, and it's looking as spicy as we've expected. StarCraft is coming to Hearthstone, and the mini set is gonna be bigger than usual, so let's dive right into it.
You are not prepared!
Prepare for the Heroes of StarCraft mini set. Again, thank you Blizzard for providing this early so we can do these videos at a timely fashion. And let's go into it. We can already see Sarah Kerrigan, Jim Raynor, and High Templar Ortanis. I'm not gonna pretend I knew those names before. I mean, I remember Kerrigan, I think I remember Jim, but this guy, I don't know. I did used to play StarCraft back in the day, but that was a long time ago. Anyway, we've explored new technologies, charted new worlds, and faced new threats across the universe, but now it's nearly time for Hearthstone to boldly go further than it's ever gone before, with the Great Dark Beyond mini set, Heroes of StarCraft. Okay, we can see that we are gonna have 4 new legendary cards. This is Grunty, 8 mana free 4. The effect must be super good. We can see 7 mana Sarah Kerrigan, 7 mana High Templar Tanis, and 7 mana gain 5 armor, Jim Raynor. And these are separated into factions. Different classes are gonna have access to different cards, and with Kerrigan, she's on the Zerg obviously, and the Zerg classes would be Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Hunter, and Warlock, basically the Zooey types. We also have for Protoss, that's going to be Druids, Mages, Priests, and Rogues, and lastly for Terran, we're gonna have Warrior, Paladin, and Shaman, and Grunty is gonna be a neutral card from what I hear. Moving down, Heroes of StarCraft launches on January 21st, like I've been telling you for quite a while now, and it's our biggest mini set ever, consisting of 49 new cards instead of the usual 38. So it's not that much bigger than usual, but still a little bit more stuff. I think it's more rares than commons. It's still just 4 legendaries and 1 epic, so not super hyped about the price hike here. It is gonna be costing 500 extra gold. So, not that amazing, but it could have been worse, let's face it. I always tell you it's super worth getting the new mini set, so this one is no different. For 2500 gold, getting 4 legendaries, 1 epic, and a bunch of other commons and rares, and also not having to open those from any future standard packs, any future Great Dark Beyond packs. That alone is worth more than 2500 gold, so definitely do your best to farm up and get this thing before you continue opening more Great Dark Beyond and standard packs, because you don't want to be opening extra cards out of this. So you have a better chance of getting your collection better. So yeah, it's going to be 4 legendaries, 1 epic, 20 rares, and 24 commons. Those are broken down into 3 class cards per class, 5 multi-class cards per StarCraft Faction, and 1 non-faction neutral card, Grunty. Those cards can either be obtained in the Great Dark Beyond packs or unlocked as a complete 94 card set. The normal version of the mini set is available for $20 or 2500 gold, and the all golden version of the mini set is available for $80 or 1200 gold. So if you have that and you want to treat yourself, it's not the worst idea in the world, but it's usually a great idea just to go for the 2500 gold one. It comes with a bonus Diamond Legendary card, that's the $80 or 1200. Grunty, for this special mini set, you can also get normal versions of each of the individual factions for $10 or 1200 gold if you just want one. Okay, that's new. That's actually pretty cool, because this way you basically get to pick the classes you are actually interested in. Like, if you just want to be getting yourself some pally cards, might just want to get the Terran faction stuff. If you're only interested in Druid, you get the Protoss, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of interesting. And getting extra flexibility definitely is not the worst thing in the world to get. Obviously, it's going to be a lot more expensive if you end up wanting to buy everything. You're going to be 3,600 gold deep instead, so that's not very hot. But if you're strapped for gold, if you don't have any interest in playing one of the factions or 2 of the factions, maybe you just go for the single and take it from there, especially if after we see some of the cards, we actually get to realize that a couple of the legendaries are not going to be that amazing, but I do believe they are going to be all pretty brutal. Includes 1 copy of each legendary card and 2 copies of each other card in the mini set. Includes 1, or for the second option, includes 1 copy of each legendary card and 2 copies of each other card in that particular faction of the mini set. Meaning the 5 multi-class cards for that faction, plus the 3 class cards for each of the classes that make up the faction. Single faction size, class, and rarity breakdown depends on the particular faction. So, would picking Terran actually be the worst as a single? because they only have 3 classes in there. You still get a legendary, but you should still be getting a little bit lesser cards. I guess we will need a little bit more clarification there later, but yeah, if you definitely are strapped for gold, you might just opt for your favorite class, especially if it's paired with another class you're willing to try. Might be a good little econ choice for you, but definitely believe the 2500 is the way to go if you can afford it. Anyway, moving down, command your faction. The Heroes of StarCraft Mini Set is split into 3 iconic StarCraft factions: the Zerg, the Protoss, and the Terrans. Each faction has 5 cards that can be played across all the classes within that faction, including a legendary hero card as their leader, plus 3 class-specific cards per class within the faction. Starting off with Zerg, we have Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Hunter, and Warlock have joined the Zerg. Led by the vicious Sarah Kerrigan, the Zerg are known for swarming aggression. They are good at generating lots of minion tokens to take their opponents down with attacks and direct damage. Okay, so we should be seeing a lot of flood support here for these 4 classes. And let's see some of those actual cards. We have a location. It's a neutral location, so all 4 classes will be able to have this. Get a 1/1 Zergling, Death Rattle. Your Zerg minions have rushed this turn. Okay, so this little icon here means that all of these are Zerg, so I guess that's going to be important somehow. And this little thing means that these neutral cards are actually shared between the 4 factions here, the 4 classes more like it. So yeah, these are faction cards shared between the 4 classes basically. And this thing actually says get a 1/1 Zergling, so you don't actually summon it, you get it in your hand apparently, and you get to decide when to play it later. I'm assuming there is going to be some nice little support behind this thing, like it's probably going to be beneficial to be playing Zergs from hand and stuff. And we have a 1-mana 1/1 Zerg, no tribe at the bottom, but you can see it's from the Zerg faction, and it's a shared card. And at the bottom we can see the Hydralisk, a 3-mana 4/2, Battlecry, deal 2 damage to a random enemy, repeat for each other Zerg minion you control. That can be pretty sick, especially if you slap a bunch of the Zerg's on the board, obviously. It's on a random enemy, but it can go face, so that helps. And Hunter loves going face. Moving down to Protoss, Druid, Mage, Priest, and Rogue fight for the Protoss. Led by the noble High Templar Artanis, they specialize in powerful, higher-cost cards that are made cheaper throughout the game. They are good at ramping up to explosive bursts of power. We can see a 0-mana Druid card. Your next Protoss card this turn costs 2 less. Okay, so that's basically like a prep for Protoss cards. And this is an example of a synergy where this little thing here is actually important, because this way you get to know when you play this thing, cards with this banner basically are going to be discounted by 2. Here we can see also a neutral 2-mana Photon Cannon. It's a spell, it's a neutral spell, that's kind of interesting, and again, it's shared between the 4 classes. If this kills a minion, your Protoss minions costs 1 less this game. Okay, that might be powerful if you get a bunch of these. This only works for minions, however. This one was for Protoss cards, this is for Protoss minions. So again, it has to have this tag and it has to be a minion in this case. And lastly, we have a 12-mana 2/14 mech carrier. At the end of your turn, summon 4 4/1 interceptors that attack random enemies. This is just a Druid card, but it's quite powerful, and it kind of speaks to Dungar Druid. Then again, not exactly, because you actually need 5 spots on the board for this thing to really do well. And with Dungar, you're going to be filling 3, so you're only going to be summoning 3 4/1 idiots, but still, they're going to be pretty strong like that. And here's what the 4/1 idiot looks like. Pretty cool. It's a 2-mana 4/1 mech. It doesn't have any text here. It doesn't have charge or anything like that. The big boy actually makes it do the attack. And lastly, we have Terran. Finally, Paladin, Shaman, and Warrior make up the Terran forces, led by the legendary Jim Raynor. The Terran have special starship synergies that help them launch multiple starships each game. This is actually kind of cool because all 3 of these classes did not have any starship support from the initial set, so now they are going to be joining the party, and that looks kind of interesting. Let's see what the cards they get are. We have a 1-mana neutral. It's a 1/3 mech, SCV. Battlecry, your next starship launch costs 2 less. Alrighty then, so play a couple of these for 2 mana and you have 1 mana launch a starship. That's kind of sick. And I do believe we are going to see more cards with this particular effect, so that should be kind of cool. We can also see a 2-mana Shaman card here. It's a 1/3 mech, Starship Piece, Missile Pod. Battle Cry, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Also triggers on launch. So it's just dealing 1 damage on launch for a 2-mana 1/3 mech? The hell? Is this considered good in today's day and age? What is this, 2015? That's kind of weird. I don't know. I might be missing something. Maybe we're gonna get some. Maybe we're gonna get some poison synergy with this or something like that. But right now, this thing looks like dog water. Yeah, I'm calling it. Surely we're gonna get poison synergy with this thing. No way this is this bad for a 2-mana 1/3. And we can also see a couple of Shaman minions, more like a single Shaman minion that transforms. It's a 5-mana 5/5 mech. Siege Tank, Battle Cry, deal 10 damage to a random enemy minion. And if you've actually launched the Starship this game, this thing transforms into a Siege Tank deployed. Deal 10 damage to a random enemy minion. Excess damage hits the enemy hero. Okay, so it's basically like you've played Always Bigger Germonger on it. And the cool thing about this thing is, I don't think this thing cares if it was in your hand or not. As long as you have launched the Starship this game, this thing is going to transform into the bigger, better variant, so that's kind of hot. So you can top deck it straight up deployed, I guess. So yeah, this looks like an interesting line Shaman could be taking. I'm not sure exactly what kind of Shaman is going to be developing around this thing. Well, obviously a Starship Shaman, what else? Since this thing requires a Starship to get launched. But yeah, Shaman is definitely in a very, very strong spot right now, and surely these cards are going to build it towards something interesting and new. The Terran classes also now have a special starship, the Battlecruiser. The Battlecruiser has new art and the mech minion type. If you have a signature starship piece in your starship, you will get the signature art version of the Battlecruiser. Let's witness it. Looks definitely pretty sick on the normal variant. And the signature variant, gotta say, I love the background, but what the hell is this? Is this freaking Noah's Ark in space? Looks kinda cartoonish, looks like a little face there. I don't know, for a signature card, I kinda expected this to be a lot more legendary looking. Like, this kinda looks goofy to me. I could be wrong. I kinda like the background, but the Battlecruiser, not so much. If you're a paladin, shaman, or warrior, when you launch your starship, it will be the Battlecruiser, just like how the starship classes had unique art treatments in the main set, but expanded to also add a minion type. Alrighty then. And now moving down to some events where you can get yourself a bunch of goodies. We have a special Heroes of StarCraft event. We have StarCast on January 23rd at the official Twitch Play Hearthstone. And we also have on January 24th, again at the official Hearthstone and also on Solari HS, are going to have Twitch drops apparently just for these streams, I do believe. StarCast, join legendary StarCraft and Hearthstone players for a show match years in the making on January 23rd, starting at 10 a.m. PT. Trump SC and Day 9 will face off in a show match highlighting the heroes of StarCraft. Casting their match will be another pair of icons, Faceless and Artosis. Watch the Twitch stream and earn 1 The Great Dark Beyond pack and 1 golden The Great Dark Beyond pack. Damn, that's actually quite juicy, yo. Make sure you link your Twitch and Battle.net accounts so that your viewing time counts towards the drops. Sounds pretty good. Getting a golden card pack, that's actually insane. And don't forget, golden card packs actually have separate pity timer. So if you haven't opened a legendary in your first 10 golden Dark Beyond packs, you're getting pretty nice chances of actually opening one here. And we also have Heartcraft. Then join community creators for Hearthstone matches and mini games as they compete for faction dominance. Faction members will also take turns guest casting matches with host and caster extraordinaire Sottle. Okay, sounds cool. We have Team Terran with Feeling, Jombre, and Baby Bear. We also have Team Protoss with Zadie, Torse, and Theo. And Team Zerg would be Curly, Lilithy, and Donkey. Awesome. The show starts on January 24th at 9 a.m. PT. Watch on Play Hearthstone or Solari HS Twitch channels and earn 1 Great Dark Beyond pack and another golden Great Dark Beyond pack. Okay, feeling generous. Not bad. Getting yourself a couple of normal and a couple of golden ones. Pretty good rewards, I'd say. The countdown is on. The mini set cards are being revealed all week. Keep an eye out for all these incoming transmissions. January 14th, Hearthstone reveal video. And we also have, after that, Jim Raynor. And I also believe I will be revealing here. I also have a bunch of Terran cards to be revealing for you guys. That should be pretty cool. That's the first time I'm revealing cards, so I'm definitely excited about that one. And yeah, you can basically read all of these, all of this stuff that's happening. And also on January 17th, we're gonna have patch notes. Hopefully some nerfs, guys. Surely Ethereal is gonna get slapped. Surely, guys. Fingers crossed. This time for real, for real. January 17th is Grunty's reveal. Definitely excited to see what that's about. And the mini set goes live January 21st, along with the patch itself. Looking forward to that. Although I probably will not be able to be live on the patch day because I will be undergoing some hernia surgery, so I will be in the hospital around those days. But who knows, maybe I'm gonna stream from my phone. God knows I'm gonna give it a try, so be on the lookout for a random phone stream from the hospital. I might actually be able to fit in a few games or whatnot, as long as the doctors don't throw me out of the hospital or something, but yeah, that should be fun. The fun's just getting started. Check out the official card library for the full reveal schedule and all the cards that have been revealed so far. Looking forward to that for sure. Alrighty guys, hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and do let me know what StarCraft faction you're rooting for. Leave your comments below. I myself am Team Terran. Thanks for watching. I'm Kris 05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.